$600 billion. It's a staggering amount of money that most of us can't even imagine having, much less living without.
But that's how much the Department of Defense is set to lose if Congress can't reach a budget deal.
It is a move that could have a big impact on the Texas economy. The Lone Star State did $35 billion in defense contract businesses last year alone. Development of military aircraft accounts for a big part of that spending. 5 of the heaviest hitters in the defense aerospace industry operate here in Texas, employing an estimated 48,000 people.
Tonight we have an exclusive all-access pass to take you inside one of those companies. KXAN's Brian Sanders is here with more.
Bell Helicopter makes some of the aircraft that is the backbone of flight operations for the Marine Corps, Army, and Air Force. One of those fighting machines flies like no other. Whether the mission is delivering troops to a ship at sea or evacuating the wounded out of a dusty combat zone in Afghanistan, the V-22 Osprey does it with speed and power. That global journey begins at a factory in Fort Worth.
A lot of these parts are just real big puzzles, if you will. I mean, it's really amazing.
Brian Seifert shows us how the puzzle begins to take shape at the Advanced Composite Center on Bell Helicopter's sprawling Plant 1 complex.
So this is a 5-axis water jet machine. It's been really, really cool to see this place grow, bring on new equipment, bring on new people, and just really see it develop into a factory at full rate production.
It's a place where more than 350 hourly workers use the latest tools with laser precision and focus to transform fiberglass into rock-solid building blocks for the Osprey, a tilt-rotor aircraft that flies like a plane but can also take off, land, and hover like a helicopter. The Marine Corps and Air Force have beefed up orders for the Osprey to replace older models. Senior Vice President Robert Hastings says the orders have Bell working at full capacity.
We have about a $7.6 billion impact in Texas. So that's taking into account the money that we make as Bell Helicopter and the money we spend on employees, taxes, facilities, and all of our supplies.
That translates into about 40,000 jobs across the state that are sustained by Bell's operations, which produce light attack helicopters like the Super Cobra, Huey, and Kiowa Warrior. The company also makes civil and commercial aircraft, but defense is a major part of the company's bottom line.
The military business is also a technology driver for us. The research and development that the government does to make sure that our troops on the battlefield have the best technologies helps us attract the best and brightest engineers to work here.
Those engineers and programmers take aviation design to the next level at the 3D Imaging Center. Motion capture technology, best known for being used in video games, helps create virtual cockpits to the exact specs of aircraft under development.
Here they can walk around it, look at every little piece. Oh, right there I got a problem, you know, or right there I see a turbulence and we need to fix that. You know, we need to change our model.
I'm fully converted to an airplane before I hit the end of the runway and doing about 180 knots. So no helicopter can do that.
Programmer Brent McCall is taking an Osprey into flight without even leaving the ground.
They can fly, missions practically anywhere in the world against real-world threats. So they can basically fly the exact same mission that they would fly in an aircraft here in the simulator.
This full-scale V-22 simulator is part teaching tool, part test lab. It helps engineers make faster upgrades to aircraft systems based on real-time information coming in from pilots.
As they were learning things about flying in the desert environment and desert conditions, some of that information was being relayed back to us so that we could begin making changes and modifications to this aircraft, to the systems here, to give the operator better situational awareness, particularly in landing and dust-out conditions.
McCall says working at Bell with the latest high-tech tools is a dream come true, but it's the results of the job that are the real motivator.
In the end, we want to win and we want them to come home safe. And so that's our main mission. So it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to be a very small part of that.
Next stop, Amarillo. We'll take you inside Bell's assembly operations for an unforgettable look at how the aircraft actually come to life and how it inspired one man's dream to become a pilot. Live in the studio, Brian Sanders, KXAN News.